We're almost there. Professor Simon will give us something to eat. Thank goodness we made it. The sun's going down.
These berries look delicious.
Who is it?
Hello, my name's Brian Basco. I need to speak with Professor Simon.
The man who knows does not speak.
What? Excuse me, are you James Simon? Please, listen. I have a very important message for you.
Not interested.
Hey! I think I forgot to mention, you have to say a password before I let you in.
A password? Of course you didn't say anything. Let's see. What could that darn password be? And quit eating those berries. They could be poisonous. Hey, leave that alone. Tell me the password once and for all.
You see, Professor Simon will say who knows what about the man who knows. And you have to answer him. Yes, you must tell him. Oh dear, I'm feeling dizzy.
I knew those berries would make you feel sick. Come on, just make a bit of an effort to remember the password and you'll be able to recover inside the professor's house.
I believe it was something like... Oh no, I'm sorry. I can't remember.
It's all right, calm down. When we were coming up here, I saw a shelter by a lake. We'll go up there, and I'm sure you'll remember that password after a bit of rest. Come on, I'll help you. Joshua, the fire is already lit. You rest and try to get over this as fast as possible. You've got to remember that darn password. Maybe you should try to do something about this. Who knows how long it'll take Joshua to recover. If I insist, maybe Professor Simon will let me into his house. By the way, when we were walking down to the shelter, we saw a pretty strange guy. He was wearing this humongous fur coat and taking pictures or something.
Hej, siemano wam wszystkim ludzie, z tej strony Arturo, witam was na swoim kanale i kontynuujemy Runaway sen żółwia. Moi drodzy, dotarliśmy na Alaskę, gdzie mieliśmy spotkać się z Simonem. Niestety, żeby dostać się do jego posiadłości, musieliśmy podać hasło, którego tak naprawdę nie znamy. Poprosiliśmy Joshuę o pomoc, który rzekomo niby zna to hasło, ale nażarł się jakichś trujących owoców, no i niestety musieliśmy mu pomóc. Przyprowadziliśmy go do tej chaty, gdzie ma dojść do siebie. Przy okazji możemy się tutaj rozejrzeć. Spójrz na butelkę.
Looks like a nice red. California wine from an excellent vineyard. No, I bet between the moisture and the time it's been sitting here, it's turned to vinegar.
Czyli butelki wziąć do naszego ekwipunku nie możemy.
Lucky I found some matches in the kitchen cabinet and this warm fire burning. Not necessary. The fire's burning quite nicely.
Ogólnie wbiliśmy się do jakiejś chaty, nie wiemy kto tu mieszka i nie wiem czy w ogóle możemy tutaj być. Dobra, Joshua jest chory, puka się w głowę, spróbujmy z nim porozmawiać.
He is like totally out of it. I'll have to find some way to make him come to. Maybe a good slap would do the trick.
Joshua, obudź się.
Joshua, wake up!
No, Mommy. Please let me sleep 5 more minutes, please. I was dreaming I was a super friend, and I was eating berries in the mountains of Alaska with Dorothy and Toto. It was so beautiful.
Ojej, te owoce naprawdę mu zaszkodziły. Ma jakieś dziwne halucynacje. Musisz przypomnieć sobie to hasło, Joshua.
You have to remember that password, Joshua!
But I already told you the password, and I knew it was the right one because Auntie Em said so. You have to let me in. Plus, that treehouse is mine. And if you put your dirty mitts on my Space 1999 trading cards, you'll feel my wrath.
Zdecydowanie będziemy potrzebowali jakiegoś elementu, być może jakiegoś naparu, żeby podać Joshule, żeby oprzytomniał. Człowieku, zamek ci się otworzył, widać twojego ptaszka.
Man, your zipper's open. I can see your Woody.
Daddy, no. I didn't kill little Woody. I swear. He flew into the path of my self-propelled intergalactic rocket on purpose to break it. That woodpecker hated me, Daddy. The other day, he started pecking away while I tried to study for my math test. Now he screwed up my science project. I hope he's happy now, 'cause he did. I'm going to flunk science for the first time in kindergarten.
Nie mam zielonego pojęcia, co Joshua pierdzieli, ale naprawdę, te owoce musiały mieć niezłe właściwości narkotyczne. Joshua, to ja, Brian, twój przyjaciel.
Joshua, it's me, Brian, your friend.
Nice to meet you, Brian. I bet you don't know what that name means. Well, I don't have a clue either. By the way, my name is Joshua, which means liberation. Boggles the mind, huh? You don't know how much love I feel inside.
Gościu w ogóle nas nie pamięta. Wielki meteor zniszczył Trentor.
Trantor's been destroyed by a huge meteor.
No! Say it isn't true!
Tak, a jagody zawierały trentonit, który odebrał ci twoje supermoce.
Yeah, and the berries contain trantonite, which took away your superpowers.
Brian, what you are saying is scientifically impossible. So stop making things up. While I am flattered that you think I have superpowers, you must be wrong. My superior smarts weren't created by any supernatural device. They're just due to the bubbling mix of supercharged genes that gave me an extra large brain. Now, I won't deny that Tranto has sublimated my ripped mental muscles, but I've been a genius since I was a kid. Pretty cool stuff, huh? You know I built a rocket that pierced through the Earth's stratosphere when I was only 8? Well, it would have anyway, if it hadn't been for that fine feathered kamikaze. Stupid air rat.
Sorry, Joshua, I was just kidding. Actually, the government expropriated it and demolished it to build an intergalactic freeway.
Oh, the cruelty, Brian! That is not funny.
Okay, so I was lying. The truth is that Trantor was chosen worst dressed planet of the millennium, but I didn't know how to tell you.
But where do those 2-bit critics get their taste? For your information, Trantor has been exporting its stylish garments to hundreds of planets, including Earth. Who do you think designed Boney M's outfits anyway? And what about the Power Rangers? The human species would still be wearing loincloths if it weren't for Trantorian designers, I'm telling ya.
Of course not, homie. You take it easy and we'll chat later on.
Okay, but cut it out with the scary stories. You're creeping me out.
No zdecydowanie Joshua potrzebuje naszej pomocy. Spójrz na szafkę kuchenną.
It has a unique style all its own, though it's a bit run down. Nah, they're ancient and grimy. The corks would probably disintegrate, and I couldn't open them right.
Nic nie mogę z tego zabrać do ekwipunku. Okej.
I'll take it, but I hope I don't have to use it on anyone. In that condition, it may not cut anyone, but it'll give them a nasty infection.
No dobra, nóż może nie wygląda najlepiej, ale na pewno nam się do czegoś przyda. Spójrz na patelnię.
What would I use it for? No, why carry around useless garbage?
Ogólnie lepiej wszystko sprawdzić i wszystko dokładnie przeklikiwać, bo może faktycznie będę mógł wziąć jeszcze jakiś element ze sobą.
Get that? No way, Jose. What a weird table. The legs must have broken and someone replaced them with a barrel. I'd prefer not to. If I try, it might come crashing down.
Na tą chwilę zabraliśmy tylko i wyłącznie nóż. Mamy jakiś kubek.
I'd rather not take the risk. Who knows? It could blow up at any moment.
Olejarka.
Okay, if there's any oil inside, I might be able to use it. Looks like it's not full, but there's a little bit inside. I'll take it.
Czyli rozumiem, że będziemy musieli naoliwić jakiś mechanizm.
No, I'll wait until there isn't a ray of sunlight before I get that.
Świeczki nie mogę zabrać. Może coś pod tym łóżkiem znajdę. Są jakieś stare książki.
One of them might have a solution to all my problems. There's some hot titles here, but this is no time to play the bookworm. I'll leave them right where they are.
Co my tutaj mamy? Drewno na opał.
I'll take one piece of firewood. Oh, weighs so much I can't imagine taking them all.
Okej.
That's the garment Joshua wears as a coat. Actually, I'm zonked. But I can't. I need that password first. Then I can get some Z's.
No dobra, wydaje mi się, że wszystko już tutaj przeklikałem i wszystko obejrzałem.
Well, I guess it's for the best. I'll attempt to go find help to get us out of this crazy mess.
Zatem wyjdźmy na zewnątrz i się rozejrzyjmy. Nie wiem dlaczego, ale gierka na zewnątrz troszeczkę przecina. Nie mam zielonego pojęcia, czy to jest spowodowane tym padającym śniegiem, czy czym.
It's a bit wet. I've already got one piece of firewood, so unless I plan on taking up woodworking...
Dobra, widzę, że mamy tutaj jakiś kanister na benzynę.
Okay. Too bad. It's empty.
Który chętnie przygarnę do ekwipunku. No na pewno kiedy kursor tak przecina, trudno mi będzie znaleźć jakiś odpowiedni moment, ale może nie będzie tak źle. Tu mamy drewno na opał. Widać, że w kominku pali się ogień. Ja mogę tak naprawdę spojrzeć tylko i wyłącznie na ławkę. Dobra, wiecie co? Pójdę sobie na lewo.
A conifer forest. Pretty common in this part of Alaska. No, I don't see anything interesting in that direction.
Za budynek do lasu iść nie mogę. Okej. Idź do ścieżki.
I'll go see if I can find the guy I saw coming toward here. Hello there, my friend.
Hello,
My name is Brian.
Wazowski, Ben Wazowski.
Pleased to meet you, Ben. I couldn't stop to say hi before because I had to take my friend to that shelter down there.
Yeah, I saw you too. What? So you needed to warm up a bit and you went overboard on the whiskey, huh?
No, not at all. He was fine until he ate some berries from a shrub.
Some big red juicy berries that look like cherries?
Yeah, those are the ones.
Don't say another word. I bet he's dizzy, has muscle aches, a hallucination, short-term memory loss.
Exactly. How did you know?
I've been observing the behavior of bears for years, and I see how they react when they ingest those berries, which they love, by the way. I myself have tried them on occasion for experimental purposes. The effects take several days to pass, unless...
Unless what?
Salmon.
Salmon?
Yes, salmon. Eating salmon practically counteracts all the effects of those berries. I myself have experienced it.
Well, that's good news. So I just have to get my friend to eat some salmon and he'll go back to normal?
Yep, that's it. Well, but there's a little detail you have to know.
What?
The salmon will only work if he eats it raw. In my earliest experiments, I tried cooking one over a fire with some W ketchup as a condiment and freedom fries as a side dish, but it was no good. Tasted fantastic, but it wouldn't counteract the effects of those berries. At first, I thought there was some difference between humans and bears' digestive systems, but then I got the idea to eat it raw, like a bear.
And what happened?
It was completely different. It tasted much better on the grill.
I meant about the effect of the berries.
Oh yeah, they completely disappeared.
Listen, Ben.
What's on your mind?
Imponujący kostium. Gość jest przebrany za niedźwiedzia. No ale jak sam wspominał, obserwuje niedźwiedzie i ich zachowanie.
Impressive costume.
Well, it isn't exactly a costume. It's actually a bear suit, but I haven't finished it.
No, jak już mówiłem, kostium niedźwiedzia.
Well, like I was saying, a bear costume.
I don't like you calling it that. Makes it sound like it's not serious. Costume sounds like it's for a party, and these are my work clothes. Actually, it has more in common with a camouflaged uniform, more than a mere bear suit.
Okej, rozumiem, że gościu przebiera się za niedźwiedzia, żeby móc się do nich zbliżyć i obserwować ich zachowanie. Tak, skoro już o tym wspominałeś, to masz rację.
Yeah, now that you mention it, you're right. But the only bears with glasses that I can remember were in a fairy tale book.
No siree, I wear them because I'm as blind as a bat. Plus, the bear suit is incomplete. I asked the guy from the pizzeria in Sicily, the closest city to here, to order it from the same website he bought his moose suit at, but they sent it without the head. And so I asked myself, what is a bear without a head?
I don't know. The extra part of a hunting trophy?
No, my friend. A bear suit is the same as a certain death. If I make my way into the pack looking like this, the bears will say, that one there, he isn't one of us. And whammy, they'll pounce on me, rip my head off with their paws. So I have to postpone my plans until they send me the missing head.
Jak się zainteresowałeś niedźwiedziami?
So, how did you get into bears?
I used to play ice hockey on a pro team. You know, we go on a tour throughout Asia every summer. But one day, after a big fight, that left me in a daze. I got sick of it all. I escaped from the hospital, went home, started surfing channels, and without realizing it, I watched a whole movie about a bear that danced with bananas on its head. Afterward, they put on a French movie about an orphan bear. I cried my eyes out. Then, I took a walk to get some fresh air, and I ran right into a billboard that showed a polar bear enjoying a soft drink. I got thirsty, so I tried to go into a coffee shop, but some doormen came out in these strange leather outfits, and they said, "Out of here, man. This place is for bears only." What a world, huh? 2 hours later, I grabbed my suitcases, hopped on a plane, and came to Alaska in search of my destiny.
To znaczy mieszkasz tu już od bardzo dawna.
So, have you been living here for very long?
Pal, it's been a few good years, but I couldn't tell you how many. Somewhere I have that deed from when I bought the house from the ranger. Maybe it has the date if you're that interested.
Miłe miejsce, o ile ktoś lubi samotność.
Seems like a nice place to live, as long as you like being alone.
Lonely, you say. No, amigo, no. Bears are unbeatable companions, much better than most people. Then there's Satch, who brings me pizza once in a while and we play Parcheesi together. Plus, some folks just randomly show up, like you today. Have you seen that little plaque I have in my room? Some Spanish fisherman who passed through less than a year ago gave me that.
I mimo pracy z niedźwiedziami nigdy się nie nudzisz.
So, even though you have your work with the bears, don't you ever get bored?
Idleness is the tool of the devil, Brian, and I don't have time for him. The few free moments I have for myself, I spend drinking some beer from my keg or playing the guitar for a spell. Since I know nothing about music, I have a great time making funky noises.
About what you said regarding your costume.
It's a bear suit, Brian. A bear suit.
Te pazury na plecaku wyglądają bardzo realistycznie.
Those claws on that backpack look pretty realistic.
Ah, but the claws are the most important part of the bear. They are used for defense and for fishing salmon during the season when they swim upstream. Well, that's what my book says anyway. I want to prove a revolutionary theory, though. What is that theory, you ask? Well, sorry, but I can't tell you. You look like a nice guy, but who knows if you'll go sell the story to National Geographic afterward. Nope, my friend, I'm sorry, but I can't.
Mógłbyś powtórzyć to o niedźwiedziach łowiących ryby pazurami?
Could you repeat what you said about bears fishing with their claws, please?
Well, my friend, that's the simplest thing in the world. First, they look for a hole in the ice, or they make one themselves. Then, they wait for a salmon to swim by, and bam! They dip in those claws and tear one out of the water. I've tried it a couple of times, but I'm just not talented at it. I'm more into fishing with a pole.
Okej, rozumiem, że będziemy musieli złowić łososia, żeby podać Joshule i odtruć go od jagód. Możesz mnie nauczyć łapać ryby po niedźwiedziemu?
Could you show me how to fish like a bear?
I'd be delighted to, but I'm way too busy. Plus, I only understand it on a theoretical level, like I said. Practice makes perfect, they say, but my schedule is full.
W jakiej porze roku łososie płyną na tarło?
What time of year do the salmon swim back upstream?
Oh, it lasts almost half the year, from mid-spring to well into the fall, so the river is teeming with them now. But be careful with that ice, 'cause it can crack. And some careless bears have ended up at the bottom of the river.
Mam nadzieję, że już niedługo wykażesz swoją teorię.
I hope you can prove your theory as soon as possible.
Well, I'm on the verge. Everyone believes bears scratch their backs against trees because they itch. But it isn't true. Look, we humans didn't discover the properties of birch sap until 20 years ago, and they've known for centuries. And that's as far as I can read.
Mógłbym pożyczyć wędkę?
Could I borrow a fishing pole?
I could if I had one. But the last time I went fishing, I accidentally pricked a cub in his private parts with a fishhook. I don't think it did him much harm, but boy, was he mad. He chased after me till he wore out. We ran in circles for hours around Professor Simon's house. When I got back to the river, my fishing pole was gone. I never saw it again.
What really shocks me is your bear costume.
There you go again. Didn't I tell you it isn't a costume?
A co zrobisz, kiedy już skończysz kostium niedźwiedzia?
What will you do when you finish making the bear suit?
What am I gonna do? Infiltrate the group and demonstrate my theory about... No, I better not tell you. Anyway, I'll be joining the den of bears, and they'll think I'm one of them. Will the suit be good enough, you're asking? Oh, no. But I can pass it off if I put some bear essence perfume on first. I make it myself.
Nie wiem, o co tak naprawdę chodzi temu gościowi, ale wydaje mi się, że on ma jakiś dziwny fetysz na punkcie niedźwiedzi. Jeżeli wiecie, o co chodzi. Esencja niedźwiedzia. Nie mów mi, że rozpuszczasz niedźwiedzie, żeby produkować perfumy.
Bear essence? Don't tell me you liquefy bears to make perfume.
No, pal. I make the essences using bear droppings. I won't be so rude as to explain all of their bodily fluids, hairs, and the solid waste they produce. But I will tell you, I need gloves and my hockey mask to gather it all up.
A ile masz odmian tych esencji?
How many kinds of bear essences do you have?
I have essences of newborn cub, she-bear in heat, Republican bear, ferocious bear, Buddhist bear, myopic bear, honey-loving bear, papa bear, the bear by the strawberry tree, an ant-eating bear, a bear with a gastric disorder. Oh no, sorry, I drank that one on accident. Intellectual bear, and who knows how many more.
More than the essences? What I like is your costume.
But will you never learn to call my suit by its proper name?
I have nothing against bears, Ben, but your lecture about them was a little over my head.
No, man, don't you worry. We all have our little flaws.
Znasz profesora Simona?
Do you know Professor Simon?
The guy in the big house up there? Not very well. I've seen him hiking around from time to time, and once in a while I walk by his house, but we haven't chit-chatted much. I think he's kind of a loner.
Przy okazji, nie znasz przypadkiem hasła pozwalającego wejść do domu profesora Simona?
By the way, you wouldn't happen to know the password to get into Professor Simon's house, would you?
Password? What I usually say is, "Hey, Chow, I've come for my weekly package." Then I go in, grab the package of bear food the cook makes me, and hasta la vista. You may be asking yourself now, sure, it's for the bears and not for good old Ben himself? Well, it is. It's for the bears, and I can't believe you think that of me.
Mógłbyś mi zdradzić, czy do tego domu prowadzi więcej niż jedna brama?
Could you tell me if there's more than one door leading into his house?
I can assure you it's not true. The wall goes around the perimeter of the house, and the only gate is the one by the intercom. I'm telling you, I went all the way around it with a mad bear in hot pursuit. Behind me.
Myślisz, że mi otworzę, jeśli będę udawał ciebie?
You think they'd open up if I pretended I was you?
Since there's a camera as well as the intercom, and it wouldn't be good enough just to say you're me, I get the idea you're asking yourself. Will Ben lend me his bear suit so I can pass for him? Well, let me make things clear. The bear suit is sacred, and I don't lend it to anyone for anything in the world.
Chyba mógłbym się przekraść do domu, gdybym się schował, kiedy ty będziesz rozmawiał przez interkom.
I think I can sneak into the house if I hide while you talk on the intercom.
You had a stroke of bad luck. I only get in thanks to the cook, but I saw him heading for Sicily this morning, like he always does on his day off. and he won't be back until at least tomorrow morning.
Getting back to what I was saying.
Yes.
Wracając do sprawy tych jagód i łososia.
Getting back to the topic of those berries and the salmon.
Mówiłeś, że jak działają te jagody. Okej, my wiemy jak działają. Wytłumacz mi jeszcze raz. No dobra.
Thanks, Ben, but I think you've told me all I need to know.
Okay, pal. What more can I do you for?
Forget it. Get back to your work.
Okie dokie. You know where to find me. If you don't see me around here, it's because I'm at home. You'll recognize the house. It's a typical ranger's cabin, raised several yards off the ground. Come by whenever you want. That way, you can try my homemade beer.
Thanks, Ben. See you around.
Okay.
W sumie bardzo chętnie bym się tam udał i spróbował tego piwa. Dobra, co my tutaj mamy? Jest jakaś roślinka.
What an unusual plant. I wonder what it's called. I can't take the whole plant. I'd have to uproot it and kill it. But I will take one leaf. I'll take it to my pal Rutger. He'll think it's way cool.
Mam jakiś dziwny podłużny liść.
If I didn't know they were part of Wazowski's costume, I'd think they were real.
Jestem ciekaw, czy ten Wazowski to jest Polak.
No, I don't think anything would make Wazowski angrier.
Dobra, mogę spojrzeć na plecak. Spójrz na niedźwiedzie łapy.
With this cold, some mittens would be quite nice, but Wazowski wouldn't lend them to me in a million years.
Chcielibyśmy się go w jakiś sposób pozbyć.
The zoom on that camera is amazing. Yes, sirree. It ranges from 25 to 250 millimeters. I don't need to photograph or film anything.
Denerwuje mnie troszeczkę to, że ten obraz tak przycina.
Yeah, I'll take a look over there. Wow, I've never seen a completely frozen river before. I'll try not to walk across it just in case the ice breaks.
Ale jak widać przycina tylko na zewnątrz i w tej lodowej krainie. Kiedy wejdziemy do budynku jest całkiem normalnie. Idź do wieży. Spójrz na zamarzniętą rzekę.
It's hard to fathom how a whole river could turn into ice.
Obstawiam, że w tej rzece pływają łososie. W jakiś sposób będziemy musieli zrobić tutaj przerębel i jedną rybę wyłowić.
That must be the cabin that Wazowski was talking about. I'll go take a look.
Mogę spojrzeć na drabinkę, okej. Idź do domu profesora Simona.
Nah, better leave it where it is. If I need it, now I know where to find it.
Ta siekierka na pewno by mi się do czegoś później przydała. Może na przykład, żeby zrobić przerębel.
It leads up to Wazowski's cabin. I'll just take a quick glance inside. It'd be better to leave the trapdoor open. Well, so this is what Wazowski's hidden den is like. Let's see what we can find around here.
No, tutaj zdecydowanie gierka lepiej chodzi. Co my tutaj mamy? Szuflę do drewna.
No, let's leave it where it can be of use. It's a bit dry. Nah, I've got enough with one.
Ale może nasz kawałek nie jest suchy. Kij hokejowy.
Sure, I bet I can use it somewhere. It's as good as new. I'll try not to wreck it.
Okej. Buty.
I doubt I'll be needing them. And if I need to walk on ice sometime, I could always turn to the good old tennis racket technique, or use anything resembling it. The great Wazowski's hockey skates.
Przybory kuchenne.
Old and dingy utensils, but they could be used. I'd need them if I had to cook Joshua's salmon, but he has to eat it raw. Haven't seen a tea kettle like that for years. Maybe I could use it for some other purpose, but I'll leave it where it is for now.
Coś wyje na zewnątrz. Prawdopodobnie jakiś wilk. Piła spalinowa.
That must be quite useful if you live in the woods. I don't know. It might be a little heavy, and I'm starting to get tired of hauling junk all over the place. Though, on the other hand, this is one of those pieces of junk that could save my day at some point. Anyway, by lifting a bunch of junk like this, I won't need to join a gym. Wow, man, as far as I can see, the fuel gauge is at 0. Well, I'll grab the thing, after all that effort to get it into my pocket.
No dobra, ale mamy kanister. Weź kanister na benzynę.
No, for some reason I don't think a chainsaw can run on the fumes in an empty gas tank.
Nie ma paliwa, świetnie.
I get drowsy just looking at it. I do need some shut-eye, but I've got some more important matters to deal with.
Dobra, przybory kuchenne już oglądaliśmy. Jest ta dziwna maska z filmu Piątek 13, prawdopodobnie. Jeszcze zobaczę pod łóżkiem, czy coś znajdę. Jest jakaś księga.
Let's see if it's about something interesting. Workplace harassment, stress, and associated disorders in polar bear cubs between the ages of 6 to 8 months with small deformities on the lower left limb by Benjamin M. Wazowski. Sounds like a bestseller.
Lewą stronę sobie obejrzeliśmy. Jest gitarka.
A guitar! Too bad I have no idea how to play. I have no idea how to play, but why not try? Wazowski hasn't tuned this thing for years.
Ale Brian, masz talent do grania. Mi na pewno by tak dobrze nie poszło. Spójrz na butelki. Tutaj mamy prawdopodobnie butelki z feromonami.
Those look like perfume bottles. Newborn bear essence, pheromones of she-bear in heat, Republican bear extract. They appear to be the essences that Wazowski was talking about. Now, don't take this the wrong way, but I bet some she-bear in heat pheromones could come in handy. I'll have to make sure not to spill a single solitary drop. Smelling like that goop with wild bears roaming around is the last thing I need.
Okej, wzięliśmy feromony niedźwiedzicy.
Seems to be made of oak or some similar wood. It might contain something interesting. It's locked shut with a padlock.
Ale mam tutaj nożyk. Spróbuję go otworzyć.
There are laws about breaking and entering, so what if I don't normally take them into consideration? This thing's shut tight.
Czyli rozumiem, że bez klucza tego nie otworzę. Dobra, tutaj chyba leżą jakieś zapałki, ale nie mogę ich zabrać.
I'm not sure what it is, but it has East Asian characters on it. I don't think it'd be of any use. But what the heck? This isn't the first time I take something without knowing what I want it for. It'll be easier to carry if I roll it up.
Wziąłem jakąś matę bambusową.
That must be the exit to a sort of outlook deck surrounding the cabin. Okay, let's go on out.
Dobra, wyszliśmy na zewnątrz. Poczekajcie. Wejdę sobie w opcje. Grafika wysokiej jakości. Włączone. Zobaczymy, czy teraz będzie gierka przycinała. No tak, w dalszym ciągu to samo. Nawet wydaje mi się, że chodzi jeszcze gorzej. Wygładzanie Briana. Tak naprawdę za wiele tutaj opcji nie mamy. No musi być tak jak jest. Nic nie poradzimy.
It's full of wine or some other spirit from the smell of it. Let's check out the label. Sneaky Pete's Shrubbery Beer? Must be the local brew. No, I'd look like an industrial-sized St. Bernard.
Ale mamy tutaj jakąś rurkę gumową.
This kind of thing always seems to prove handy. I'll take it. In the end, it's the simple things in life that turn out to be the most useful.
Okej.
I don't know. I think the cold temperatures have broken it, but let's try anyway. Hey, it does work. Sun's going down. Better leave it on.
Ale lampę zabrać do ekwipunku nie mogę. No dobra.
That's one of those instruments they use to measure the wind's speed and direction.
Wróćmy zatem do chaty i zejdźmy z powrotem w dół. Wydaje mi się, że po prostu gierka jest źle zoptymalizowana i dlatego kiedy pada śnieg, to ona strasznie przerywa. Chociaż nie jestem do końca pewien, czy to jest wina tego. Tak naprawdę za wiele opcji graficznych tutaj zmienić nie możemy. No nic, musimy się pomęczyć. Idź do zamarzniętej rzeki, idź do profesora Simona. Ale do środka tak czy inaczej wejść nie mogę. Okej, wróciliśmy do Wazowskiego.
Listen, Ben.
What's on your mind?
Imponujący kostium, wracając do profesora, okej. Brak nowych opcji dialogowych.
Forget it.
Okay.
Dobra, wróćmy zatem do Joshuły. Tu też są jakieś namioty w tle.
I'm gonna go check on Joshua.
Tutaj mamy wrak samochodu. O, głowa jelenia.
It's the mascot of a pizzeria. How appropriate for this region. Yeah, an extra large with raw salmon and double cheese to go. Just a little humor to break the ice.
A gdybyśmy tak wzięli tą głowę jelenia, czy tam łosia, ucięli te rogi, zrobili jakieś takie większe uszy, przemalowali tą głowę na biało, moglibyśmy stworzyć maskę misia polarnego. Spójrz na pick-up.
It's in pretty good shape for being abandoned outdoors, especially if you consider it has more dents than a junkyard special and a few wheels less than required by law.
Może znajdę gdzieś tu jakiś wlot paliwa i będę mógł trochę ściągnąć do kanistra.
I hope it doesn't fall off as I open it. I doubt it'll start. Plus, in this condition, there's no way it's gonna budge. This is gonna leave a gross aftertaste, but oh well. Yuck! Talk about needing a mint. It isn't full, but that should do.
Szczerze powiedziawszy, nigdy tak nie ściągałem paliwo z samochodu, ale z tego co wiem, od tego wypadają zęby, znaczy psują się. Robi się próchnica czy coś takiego. Tu jest jakiś hak, który nie jest interaktywny, okej. Wejdźmy zatem do domu, tam będzie gierka zdecydowanie lepiej chodziła i spróbujemy wlać paliwo do tej piły łańcuchowej.
I bet the chainsaw won't run on just gasoline alone.
A, potrzebujemy jeszcze oleju.
That doesn't sound like a bright idea to me. I bet the chainsaw won't run. I'll just approximate the amount of oil. Maybe it's my lucky day. Well, now my little mixture is all ready. Well, let's hope I made the mixture with the right proportions. Yes! It works! But I better turn it off for the time being.
No i świetnie.
Darn. He seems to have fallen back into a dreamlike state. I'll have to shake him up a bit again.
Joshua, obudź się. Musisz przypomnieć sobie to hasło. Czyli tak naprawdę brak nowych opcji dialogowych. Są tylko te same, które zadawaliśmy wcześniej.
I'd better...
Are you saying that extraterrestrial life is a paranoid idea, Professor Stullery? Well, your bogus scientific theories are a bunch of baloney. And you're a big poser.
Ale wyjdźmy na zewnątrz. Skoro mam naprawioną piłę, to spróbuję ściąć tą głowę łosia. Może się uda.
Hey, that might be a good idea. I know a guy who could be interested in that head. It's not exactly a bear head, but anyway. Now that I think of it, if I took off the antlers, it would look pretty much the same, wouldn't it? Okay, let's flex that muscle. Much better, yeah.
Szczerze powiedziawszy, nie wygląda to jak niedźwiedź, ale jakiś osioł albo coś takiego. Łosiu podobne. Dobra, gdzieś tu miałem feromony.
I don't know.
A jednak to nie zadziała.
I don't get it. That doesn't sound...
No dobra. Mamy głowę niedźwiedzia. Teoretycznie, bo praktycznie tak nie wygląda. Wróćmy się zatem do Walewskiego i zobaczmy, czy będzie zainteresowany tą maską.
I don't know. I think I should try to do something with it first, to make it fit into Wazowski's bear costume better.
No właśnie, ale co?
That won't do any good.
Wydaje mi się, że powinienem ją przemalować na biało. Ale szczerze powiedziawszy, z drugiej strony spróbuję jeszcze wyrąbać przerębel.
Great idea! I'll make a hole in the ice.
Ale tak czy inaczej nie mam żadnej wędki ani nic takiego, czym bym mógł złowić łososia.
Let's get to work. Perfect. Euclid couldn't have drawn a better circle. Dude!
O cholera, niedźwiedź! Wow.
Whew! I thought he was coming after me. Looks like he just wanted to use the hole to fish in, though. I'll have to come up with a way to shoo him off.
Mamy tutaj niedźwiedzia. Musielibyśmy się go pozbyć. Wydaje mi się, że kiedy przybierzemy Wazowskiego za niedźwiedzia i posmarujemy go feromonami, ten niedźwiedź będzie nim bardzo zainteresowany. My w ten sposób będziemy mogli złowić łososia. Nie, tam nie idź. Brian, idź do tej chaty.
Nah, better if I need it.
Nie mogę wziąć na tą chwilę siekiery. Dobra, jeszcze zobaczę, czy coś będę mógł stąd zabrać, bądź tą maskę z czymś połączyć. Ale chyba nie. Z drugiej strony...
A bear head would have been cooler, but I bet this will come in handy.
Moje pytanie brzmi, czy jest to jakieś włosie? Może gdybyśmy opalili tą głowę w kominku, to straciłaby swoją barwę? No nie wiem. Tak kombinuję, tak myślę. No bo tutaj raczej nic więcej zrobić nie mogę. Na zewnątrz też nie. Okej. Wrócę się jeszcze raz do pokoju z Joshuą. Jeżeli on nie będzie miał jakichś pomysłów, to po prostu zakończymy ten odcinek. Trwa już i tak 40 minut, jak nie więcej. Bo tutaj nic zrobić nie mogę.
Hey, I'm not some pyro.
Czyli jednak nie. Nie ma tutaj jakiejś białej farby albo coś takiego?
Darn. I'll have to...
Wielki meteor, Joshua to ja Brian, brak nowych opcji dialogowych. Ale spróbuję inaczej. Wezmę ten łeb łosia.
That won't do any good.
Nic z tego nie będzie. No dobra. Słuchajcie, moi drodzy, ja myślę, że w tym miejscu zakończymy ten odcineczek. No w jaki sposób będziemy musieli złowić łososia, żeby wyleczyć Joshuę i coś wykombinować z tym łbem łosia, żeby wyglądał bardziej jak niedźwiedź. Ale tym zajmiemy się w kolejnym odcinku. Mam nadzieję, że ten wam się podobał. Dzięki wielkie za uwagę, trzymajcie się i do usłyszenia. Hej!